What's up, everyone? Zario here, and welcome to my special video on my copyright strikes on this channel. Now, I intended to make this video yesterday, but because of me having to take care of some things, I wasn't able to do it, so I'm doing it now. And basically, this video is just basically going to be like my prelude to filing counterclaims against the copyright strikes that were placed on my channel, because I feel like there's some funny business going on and that the copyright strikes aren't valid. But I'm gonna speak on that in a bit. So first, let me give you a summary as to what happened leading up to now. So about 10 days ago, I received a takedown. Well, first off, let me start all the way from the beginning. Some of you been watching my content for a while and know that I played the Guilty Gear Xrd game, and in the game they have a story mode that allows you to pretty much, it's almost like an anime um, type of deal, and you can play through like the anime. And I had originally uploaded the anime in English voices, and then I uploaded it again in Japanese voices because people had actually requested that I do that because they like the original Japanese voices. So I did that back in like December of 2014. Um, like around the time, pretty much like when the game came out, I was pretty much playing it nonstop, and I decided that I was gonna play through the Guilty Gear Xrd Sign story mode because I was interested in it and I wanted to show it off. And I hadn't heard anything about anybody getting in trouble for it, so I felt like as long as I add my commentary to it and do what I need to do to make it a transformative work, I did that. Now, even though the commentary in it was minimal, I oh, forgive me if you hear like some baby noises. I got my baby cousin in the bed with me. His pacifier keeps falling out his mouth. Um, but yeah, I I hadn't heard any bad news about people getting in trouble for uploading it, so I decided to upload it. I did add my commentary to it, even though the commentary was minimal, because I didn't want to ruin like I didn't want to take too much attention away from the actual story. So I purposely stayed quiet for the majority of the videos that I uploaded. I only spoke pretty much during like the first part of the video and like the last part of the video when I gave my um, thoughts on what I thought about the episode and what I thought was going to happen in the next episode. And that's basically how I did the videos. Now, when I uploaded the videos, again, this was back in December of 2014, everything was fine. I didn't get any type of interruption, no third party content ID matches or anything like that. And one day, which I believe was about like a good 10 days ago, again, um, I had received uh, this big pink. Well, I was welcomed to my channel with like a big pink slip in a video I had to watch a Happy Tree Friends on copyright infringement, and I received a notice from Arc System. Well, somebody that's claiming that they sent it from Arc System Works, and I'm gonna get into that a bit. Why I think this is not actually from them. Um, and, everything was went from, and that's basically where we're at right now. Now, the funny thing is, on that day that I received these copyright notices, it was like a couple days before this, and it was like a week or so before this had happened, and I was getting messages from people telling me that, oh, be careful because they're starting to issue out takedown notices for these videos. And for those who've been familiar with this channel as recent as early last year, you guys know that I went through a situation with Sega. Yeah, like that company, like the guys that created like Sonic and whatnot. I went through a situation with them where I was playing Binary Domain. It was a game that came out 2 years. Well, by now it would have been like a good 3 years ago. Um, Back in 2012. Um, I had played a game called Binary Domain because it was a free to download game on the PlayStation Plus subscription for that month. And find this pacifier. Hold on. And I was playing it. Now, nothing again similar to this. Nothing was wrong. I didn't see any indication that there was any copyright notices being taken down or anything like that. And I when I uploaded, I had like 39 videos uploaded. The video, like the playthrough, was up to 39 parts. Everything was fine. When I uploaded part 40, that's when I received the takedown notice. Only on that video. To this day, like, I mean, of course, it got cleared up, and all 40 videos are uploaded until now. It's just that I don't have any plans on finishing that playthrough. I felt like I dodged a bullet, with that, and it turned out to be, false, and I didn't have anything to worry about. The copyright strike had got lifted after I did file a counterclaim. They didn't respond in the allotted time given, so it ended up, getting the video ended up getting restored, and I just never went back to the playthrough since then. And I left a big annotation on part 40 stating this very thing. And the the website, or not the website, but when somebody issues a takedown notice or they claim that you're infringing on their copyright and they send things like this, what you're seeing before you, they send a name and they send an email that the copyright claim is coming from. Who's sending this, and this is the email that they're sending it from. Now, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to show you, this is the claimant, the claimant to be Arc System Works Company, Ltd. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. But yeah, and Masahiro Nakano and M. Dot Nakano at arcsy.co.jp, and the software was Guilty Gear Exit sign. Software interface is shown. So I don't like the software interface. I don't even know where the fuck to begin with that, because I didn't show any interface, quote unquote, that they're trying to allege. The videos was just it was just a playthrough of a damn game. I don't. It's just like, oh man, like I don't even know where to begin with that. So anyway, and here's the thing. I actually took some pictures. Now, just like with Sega, for a while now, I have been trying to contact Arc System Works um, through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube videos, emails, you name it. I don't know why this is popping up, but yeah, I've done everything I could to contact them, and just to show, this is one of the pictures that I took where this is like the first time I tried to. Well, actually, this is the second time. The first time they actually, Arc System Works, they deleted my post in regards to the copyright claims that because I sent them a picture of this, as well as the other page that I was showing you previous from this, and they deleted that post that I made. Now, they didn't ban me from their Facebook page, but they deleted it, and which lets me go to show either one, I put it in the wrong place, or maybe they just didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And ever since then, I've been continuously trying to contact them. And again, this is the second post that I made on their Facebook page in regards to this issue. And this is another one that I made to them not too long ago. Well, like basically on the 7th, so like 6 days ago, I had made this post, and this is just showing that this is actually a post that they had made. I couldn't get like the whole picture, the whole screen, but that was it. And for some of you that remember again, now I want you to take a look at this is the webmaster at sega.co.jp. That was the email that I received the copyright claim from last year on that binary domain video. Now, the issue that I was now basically with a copyright claim, for those who know how it works on YouTube, when you receive one, there's a couple ways that you can get it removed from your channel. One way, and the most simple way, is you can um, wait 6 months uh, for the copyright strike to be lifted from your channel, and like you'll be back in like perfect standing with like your YouTube channel or whatever. Um, Boy, what the hell are you yelling about? Ah, there you go. There you go. Pacifier keep dropping out his mouth. Anyway, just putting up a little fuss. That's all it is. Just one is pacifier. But yeah, this is the email that copyright strike from that binary domain video that was sent from allegedly sent from Sega, and this is the website or the website. Then this is the email that it was sent from. Now, at this time, I'm just showing this off to show that, what I was saying earlier was true. I literally went through that entire process and of contacting them on Twitter, Facebook. I even went to their help forums and I was contacting them about the issue so much that they actually banned me from their help forums, the help forum, and because they never answered any of my questions in regards to it, so I couldn't do anything about it. So I was like, fuck it. So after making videos and taking pictures and sending so many emails, I said fuck it, and I just filed the counterclaim and got rid of it. And yeah, sorry, I had to pause the video there for a second, but I had went to their help forums and they banned me from the help forums because I had contacted them so much about it. So I just went ahead and I filed the counterclaim. And in about, I think it wasn't long. I think it was about like 2 weeks. The video was restored and the copyright strike was removed from my channel. It was like a good 2 or 3 weeks. I wish I still had that email because I deleted it as soon as I got it. I was just happy that it was there. I don't know why I deleted it, but I got rid of it, and I wish I still had it. But they did get rid of it, a copyright strike. Now, when I look at that, and I went through all that process, them banning me from the forums kind of made sense because maybe they didn't know anything about it. And if that was the case, then the copyright strike that I was sent was false. And it's kind of like the same thing going on now with this Arc System Works copyright strike business, uh, or the Arc System Work issue. Because first off, I didn't show off any, but the same thing is going on with Arc System Works, and I figure that since like the same thing is happening. I contact them through Facebook and Twitter and emails, and matter of fact, let me go to the other picture showing that not only did I contact. Don't worry about all the stuff I got blocked out. That's just like personal information that I couldn't show in the video. But you see, this is the email that the copyright claim got sent from. And as I was stating earlier, there's a couple ways you can get rid of your copyright strikes on your channel. One is to wait 6 months and wait for the copyright strike to just be lifted after those 6 months. Another one is that you can contact the email of the claimant, and if you feel like it was made an error, then you can contact them, explain it or like just explain the situation to them, and have them lift have them contact YouTube, and they can get the copyright strike lifted off your channel. So that's the other way. Another way is that you can file a counterclaim, and if they don't respond within the allotted time that YouTube gives them to respond to your counterclaim, then they restore it, and the copyright strike will be lifted from your channel. And this is basically what's going on. I contacted the email of the claimant, as you can see right here. it was an inappropriate strike. I even sent it in Japanese since it ends in JP. I figured just like with the Sega Webmaster one, it was in Japan, so I had it translated to Japanese. Hopefully that Google Translator does a good job because I kept the wording pretty simple so that it can be translated better. And I even tested it out. I put the Japanese on one side and it translated good enough on the other in English. So I just went along with this and sent it. So, and it's been like I sent this April 3rd. It's April 13th. And as far as like the Sega one goes, I sent this back in 2014 during in like February. February, no, in March. March. I received the copyright strikes in February. Not one of these um, videos or not one of these emails that I sent to Sega, they never responded to any of them to this day. So that was false all around. If that was anything serious, then I should have been respond. I should have received a response for that. And it's like the same thing is happening with these two. I even went to the Arc System Work email, and they have a community like email where you can like leave comments and things like that, and or any type of questions that you may have about anything in regards to them. And this is it. And I sent 3 different emails to them, in regards to this issue. April 3rd, and I sent 2 April 7th, and I haven't received any type of message from them since me sending those. So with the way things are looking, this turns out to be the same way. It turns out to be like the same thing with the Arc System. I mean, like what happened with Sega not too long ago, and you know, I'm kind of like fed up right now because if I just sit and wait for the copyright strikes to be lifted, I would have to wait all the way until March 20th of 2016. And even then, it still is like, even though it'll be removed, it will still be on your channel. Like, it'll still be on your record that you got it. However, if they remove it, then it's like it's removed from your record permanently. So it's almost like you didn't have anything to begin with. But if I sit here and wait for it to get removed, it's still going to be on my history that I received 2 copyright strikes before. So I need them to remove it, or I need to file this counterclaim. And since they're not answering anything that I send to them in any way, not their Twitter, not their Facebook, not their, you know, or anything for that matter, like I'm just done at this point. So I'm gonna file these counterclaims, and I don't want to do this because, again, even though it turned out to be a false copyright claim from Sega, I just don't want to have to go through this nonsense ever again. And I wasn't infringing on their copyrights again when the same day that I received those takedown notices, those copyright infringement notices, the I had all I had already had the videos, the majority of the videos taken down. And as I was taking down more of the videos, I got 2 strikes, and that's like literally within 5 minutes of each other. So I can't even fathom like what the hell. So basically these shouldn't be here because the videos are basically already gone from the channel. And it wasn't until after the majority of these videos were gone. Because again, I heard that people were getting takedown notices. And I went through what I went through with Sega, and I thought about that, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just get rid of them because I just don't want to deal with that stuff anymore. So I decided to go on and deal with that and just take them down. And then as I was doing it, I got these copyright strikes. So I'm just like, at this point, man, I'm not finna sit here and wait till 2016 March to get these removed. You know, I'm gonna fight this because it's ridiculous that anybody would have to go through these things. And you just see right here, I got to fill out a bunch of stuff and give literally a Twitter mention worth of characters why I'm filing a counter notification to begin with. And it's just like, it's stupid right now. I don't want to have to deal with this, but in order to get these lifted, and this is like my business email. This isn't like my actual email that I use from day to day. This is for stuff like this. Like I'm done with it. I know I didn't infringe on copyright. I done my part making videos, Twitter uh, contacts, Facebook contacts, email contacts, and I get nothing in return. From in regards to this issue, and I'm just like, okay, there's funny business going on here. And here's my thing before I file this claim. For all you companies out there, be it Sega, Arc System Works, or any gaming company or video gaming company, or any interactive, pretty much any company at all, you know that YouTube has become a business opportunity for a lot of people. A lot of people are making videos and their creative content, or adding their creative twist on the content so that they can claim it as their own and literally have the legal right to do so, because their creative work and their creative input went into that video. It's their work. And my thing is, YouTube has become a lucrative business for a lot of people, a legal lucrative business at that. And I understand that it still may be some unknowns and people aren't 100% on everything that's happening with it, but it's legal. And, you know, knowing that YouTube has become this big and people are making money with it, and people are getting sued from copyright strikes or getting copyright takedowns and everything like that, the companies that are sending these or have any affiliation with sending these things to YouTube, then you need to have a section of your company that's dedicated to dealing with these copyright strikes from YouTube. Because at this point, especially if YouTube is doing this without your consent, then you need to call them and let them know that, hey, we didn't issue out any copyright strikes, because apparently that's what happened with Sega, and I forgot to mention that they didn't even know that YouTube had sent a copyright strike on their behalf. So my thing is, I think YouTube is just sending this on their behalf, like pretty much it's like pre agreed that if anybody uploaded anything that they deem as like a copyright infringement, then YouTube will just send it on their behalf, on the company's behalf, without their notification that they did so. And this is pretty much what it's looking like. On top of the fact that they're not responding to my emails about the issue, they're not talking to me about them, and I'm just like, I'm done with it. And again, forget the background noise. Some family members just walked in, but companies, you need to have a section of your company of people that can respond to the emails in regards to legal issues, so that these things can be handled, in a timely manner. That way, people won't have to risk going to court to clear up some misunderstandings about a copyright claim that should have never been placed on a channel to begin with, you know, or YouTube for that matter. If you're going to send a copyright claim on behalf of a company, make sure that the copyright claim is actually coming from the legit source without just sending it. I understand there's a lot of conservative minds in YouTube, in like the YouTube company, and they're not taking any chances when it comes to being sued and everything, because of all the issues that happened with Full Screen and all those other companies that ended up getting sued like years ago, like a couple years back. But that's entirely different situation. You guys can probably look that up. But YouTube, they're not taking any chances, so I kind of see where they're going from. Just make sure that when you send these copyright claims, or if you receive these from the company, or someone pretending or allegedly you're receiving these copyright takedown notices from the company, then make sure that it's the actual company that's sending these. Like, message them, ask them, did they send this? Talk to them, communicate with them, let them know that, hey, we received a takedown notice from your company. Is this legitimate? And that way we won't have to do anything like this, because after what happened with Sega, I'm not even sure that this is real, because the exact same things are happening that happened with the Sega situation. they're not responding to anything, and it just doesn't seem legitimate across the board. It isn't legitimate, you know, because when a person is contacting you about a legal issue that could land them in court, you should be, as a company, you should be more than willing to respond and clear up any confusion. When you're not doing that, regardless if you think you're just too big or whatever the case is, it causes problems for everybody. And I'm I'm just an average Joe YouTuber. I make money off of YouTube playing video games, adding my commentary input. Fair use does state that as long as the work is used for teaching, um, parody purposes and so forth, which my videos are doing in every sense of the word. Like, they're teaching, it's improv comedy, it's a parody. I'm using it within the confines of the fair use agreement. So I shouldn't be receiving these on top of the fact that the videos were already removed prior to receiving these copyright strikes anyway, so I shouldn't receive them at all. It's just abysmal. So I'm gonna file this and I'm gonna upload this video so that you guys can see, and hopefully this gets cleared up and I won't have to deal with any more of this nonsense. Because at this point, I'm just contemplating making a new channel altogether, and which I don't want to do because like, it's just too much of a hassle. I got all my fans, all my viewers on this channel. I worked hard since 2006 to get it this far, and I've earned every subscriber and view that I ever got on this channel. I didn't have to pay off no bot website or anything like that to get fake views or anything like that. Because at one point it was very popular, and I just ignored all of that, and I just worked my ass off and got it this far. And I turned it into something that, as long as at the end of this year, if everything goes correctly, then I can look at myself doing this full time. You know, and at this point, I shouldn't be going through this. So yeah, I'm gonna file it, and at this point, whatever happens, happens. I'm just sick of dealing with this nonsense, man. It shouldn't have happened. The copyright strike shouldn't be there. The videos were already down prior to receiving the copyright strikes. So, like, my hands are up. My hands are up. I'm not finna sit here and wait till 2006 to clear up some misunderstandings. So, thank you guys for watching. I know the video was very lengthy, but I had to explain everything thoroughly to the best of my abilities to get you guys to understand everything. And again, my hands are up. I can't do anything else. So, peace. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all of those who tried to help me with contacting Arc System Works in regards to this issue. Um, it's really ridiculous. So I'm done. I'm done with it.